I am sweating my cobblers off. Abso-flogging-lutely. It's so warm, it's untrue. I'm dying! I'm dying! I've put a bit of charge in the battery packs in these, so they're looking rather fresh. So I'm going to put these on right now, and then we can go off on our trolley lark, can't we? You know what I mean? Screw it, let's go. Let's get out of here. Take this off as well. This is going to be rather interesting because on the way in here, my sat-nav, it was definitely having a moment, that's for sure. We'll just have a quick check. Just to make sure it hasn't gone on the fucking wobbly. Yeah. Looks okay so far. Right then, shall we go? Come on then. As we embark on another one of our epic journeys. I'm not going to listen to you all the way after my journey right now. Biddy ding, biddy ding, biddy ding, biddy ding. Biddy ding, biddy ding. Yeah. Yeah. My top lip is profusely bleeding. It's just absolutely wringing wet, and I'm just going to pull up here a sec because unless you haven't noticed, I haven't shown you, right? I've dropped a bollock. What's that, Jace? Oh, I think that'll do. We can go. Yeah. That would have been catastrophe, wouldn't it, really? Oh. Looks like I got a bit of a dicky thing. Now this is going to be interesting. It should be all right. A little bit deceiving, but I've got to go that way. I don't know where it's going to put me, but I've got to go that way. The chances of me getting out of here anytime soon is slim to fuck all. Yeah. Oh look, and that car has just pulled in front of him. Come on, give him a room to get through. There you go, see? Bit of patience. The thing is though, will I get through? Will anybody decide to let me out? If I poke my nose out here like this, do you think somebody will fucking stop? Look at them. Okay. But eventually, we get the one that's courteous. while I'm driving down there, I'm going to have a bit of a look around and try and see some of the locations and take them in, because the route that my sat-nav sent me was a bit, well, let's just say a bit cockeyed. Proper cockeyed. Proper cockeyed. It just didn't seem right. Now, did I come over that bridge? No, but I came over a bridge similar to that though. It might have been over that way, I think. I think that was the street the sat-nav wanted me to come down like, no, that ain't happening. No. It's a bit of an hump, isn't it? Ain't that just a bit of an hump? Humpity, 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 hump. But oh, no, not this one. Next one. Next, not this one. Not this one, the next one. That would have ended in tears. Right then, I think this is the one I want. Yeah. This is the one I want. Oh yeah, baby. Phew. See, when the roads open up to something a little bit more sensible for one of these things to get traversing down, it sort of takes that pressure off. When you're whittling through little back streets, it's like, well, you know. I've got to go straight over the island apparently, so I'm going to move over another lane. And then we can get on with it then. Off we go. I think it'll start to make sense now. So it should be alright. I hope. Road rage! Keeping it steady as we go round. At least doing our best to, anyway, you know, it's just what I think. Now, I don't really know I should say this, or at least tell you this, I don't really know. I've got to move over. What? Okay. I was supposed to come this way. Made a boo-boo for some unknown reason. What the you said to go straight over, that was straight over, you stupid fucking thing! This is why I don't like coming down to places like this, because the sat-nav just does not help. And I'm shit at geography, I'm crap. Absolutely. Well, that's fucked it. I've got to come all the way back down again through all this crap. Ooh. What a nightmare. It said to go straight on. That was straight on, I'm sure it was. Unless I was fucking imagining things. I'll soon find out later on and look at the old footage back later. You know what I mean? Oh, arseholes. I don't like this. This is not good. Fucking, I tell you, I hate it. I do. Why can't they put fucking places to deliver off a motorway? Seems to be a lot of people around here, doesn't there? I just hope I can correct myself. Also, I'm going to look a proper tit-eye. But think of it like this, at least it's something to look at. No, come on, stupid gearbox. Eh. Oh well, never mind. It may straighten out further on up the road there. It may. I don't know. I mean, I'm not fucking 100% sure what I'm fucking doing at the minute. I just don't know. I have no idea. Throw a 6, we might fucking find something. You know what I mean? Squeeze through. Ooh, close that was, wasn't it? It would be nice if I actually knew where I was going, because I haven't got a clue. All I do know is this is sort of the Birmingham area. That's about as much as I know. But I don't know why I'm going this way. It's not fair. I don't want to go this way. Hey, have I got to go after there as well? Can't I turn left? Turn left would be nice. No, left wouldn't be nice at all. Boo! Don't like it when I go the wrong way. Oh man. It's very busy around here, isn't it? $2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There seems to be a lot of school kids around. Strange, isn't it? I thought they finished at like 3 or half 3 or something stuff like that. Maybe it's too warm for classes. They're having a short day. Not seen this part of the world before. It's quite interesting, isn't it? I'm actually waiting for like some big sign that says turn left, turn right, you can go this way, because it ain't saying that just yet. It's like very bustly, isn't it? And very like non-stop. Just seems to be constantly moving in a flow of people. How cool. I think it might start to shape up in a bit, I think. I know that when I've been driving there, I can see there's some really nice structures down here, some nice buildings. Pretty old ones as well as that. Yes, indeedy. Would be nice if we used the actual pedestrian crossing like anybody else would. Oh, I see. Your mate's picking you up. Right on the corner of a junction in the way. Okay, fair enough. I'm just hoping that this doesn't end up in tears, I tell you that now, because even though for some unknown reason we've had a bit of a wonky, it seems pretty clear so far, you know. I mean, there's not as if there's any kind of danger ahead saying you can't go down there, mate, you've got to go that way, or bridges of some sort, you know. That's what I'm looking for, but at the moment we're doing all right. Ooh, Birmingham City Football Club. Well, how about that? That's not bad, is it? Tree trimming. Right, apparently I've got to go sort of like down and then that way, as far as I know. Round the corner from two places, I think, where I've already delivered before. Oh, interesting. Very interesting indeed. I've got to be careful going past these trees because flicking them off and people walking on the footpath. I might end up with a twig in their ear. We don't want that, do we? No. Oh dear. Right then. We want to be doing that way. That's turned out alright, that, hasn't it? I'm quite surprised actually. Yes, it was a bit slower obviously because it was a 20-mile-an-hour zone and a lot of people about. I just hope I haven't fucked up by going up a 7.5 ton limit road. I can't see it because I mean I didn't see one. And besides, I'm fucking adamant it said straight on. I'm sure that fucking sat-nav of mine's possessed. I'm fucking convinced it is. He just sits there going, I'm going to send Jason on a fucking wild goose chase, I am today. Fuck him. He don't use me that often these days. So every time he does, I want to fuck him up. Send him in the wrong street. Put the postcode nowhere near where it's supposed to be. Anyway, on a lighter note, we are actually at somewhere, you know, decent sort of thing, you know, much more appeasable for the old truck that we're driving, you know what I mean? We can get round here with a little bit more ease. We haven't got to worry about removing mirrors off doors and shit like that, like, you know. I've got a sweaty top lip, it's doing my head in. Absolutely. Plus squeaky brakes as well. Oh yes, the brakes are squeaking their tits off. So, am I alright to stay in the middle lane or shall I get in the far right lane? What do you think? Yeah. No, we're going to have to go in this one because we want the Mickey 6 is what we want, so this is the one we've got to stop in. You can guarantee that when we actually get over there, when we go round, it'll throw a wobbly on us. Normally does. Oh, we can go. We can move it over to this lane, I think. That's what I'll do, because it does say both, but I'm going to move over now while I can. Just makes my life a lot easier. I'll laugh if that was a transformer. Will it transform into a shoe? Yes, dude. See, this is why I got in this road, because this is the right road. And you died, did you? You freaking playhead. See, you know what I mean? Sometimes I get it right. I don't get it right all the time, but sometimes I do. Right then, we are going down here. Can you guess how fast this road is? It's not that fast, I'll give you that clue. Here we go, another straight over. Getting closer to the 838 M, the Aston Expressway. Well, that's a strange looking device, isn't it? What that is? Weird. It astounds me on the amount of time wasted trying to shoehorn yourself through all this traffic. I mean, it's bad enough as it is in my line of work, but can you imagine being stuck in it when you don't really need to be, because you just got to go somewhere and you've got to come back, and it's like this every single time. Oh man, trying to get out your front door and there's nothing but traffic all the time, non-stop, everywhere you go. I don't know. I think it'd seriously make me want to live in out in the sticks somewhere. Where there's a country lane. We're doing alright so far. As a matter of fact, I think this is the way I actually came in. Because obviously I was on the other side. Now be smart. Round and round we go. Yes, it is looking that way. There's some more of them, look. There must be CCTV cameras or something. Or whatever it is, I don't know, or an alarm system. Very weird. Thoughts? I have got one that's going through my mind, and the idea is that they've got them there as like a security measure because it's what do they call it? Deep excavation. And if somebody does decide to ignore the warning signs and go playing and drop down there, at least, you know, they can see it happen and go, ah, look at this fucking bell end here. You know what I mean? And go and get them. How are we doing? Now, it did say going down this stretch, well, that way, that the 2x2 lanes were suspended. I don't know if it's the same on the way out, but I haven't seen them on the way out yet. But yeah, whatever. It was a day like that. Right then, we're almost there. Now if this island plays like it should play, I can stay in this lane to go round there. But we'll have to wait and see. Get a bit closer. I'm hoping for some sort of like, oh, you can get in this lane, or get in that lane, or doing that, don't do this. It never does that, does it? What we got up here? No, no signs at all, nothing. Not even a helping hand. Screw it. Oh, hang on. Is it split up there? No, it don't. Whatever then. What have we got here? Oh, it does. We're in 3 lanes now, look, yeah. Ah, I see, so I can move over then. I'll move over. Didn't really give me much of a indication. That day helped, did it? Hey ho, whatever. It does say keep clear. I have kept clear. And nobody seems to be caring 2 fucks about these traffic lights. Why? Why do it? Round we go, nice and steady, sticking in this lane, because that's what it says. We need to stay in this lane so we can get down there. The left-hand lane goes up and over that flyover, but we don't want to go that way, so we want to go straight under the flyover. I wonder how far up the 38 this is then. I'm looking at like, well, where are you? What are you doing? Yeah, we want to go down here. That was nice. Oh, look at this cack now, don't you? You just can't win, can you? No matter what you do, you try your best, and you always get stuck by. Oh, hang on, do I need to do that? No, I don't need to do that. 30 miles an hour. Oh, as you're listening to the ambient sounds of the traffic going along the A38M Aston Expressway. It's only because I've got the window open. If you think I'm shutting the window, aye, you'll have to put up with it. I'll have to shout. Bought me lawnmower over the weekend. Oh yes. Now, don't get me wrong, it did the job. Finished. I recut the lawn and then got to the point where my other mower decided to have a meltdown, and then continued on and got that done. But it was starting to knock its nuts off, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I checked the oil, and it was like, that's why, no oil in it. So when I topped the oil up, my life did it start smoking. Good grief. It was like a chimney. Now I know why there was no oil in it. It's burning more oil than frigging fuel. Oh well, never mind. I'll have to do some investigating on how much it'll cost me to get it redone. Probably need rings and something like that, I guess. Possible reseating of the valve. Whatever. More expense. But overall, the mower itself ain't a bad mower. It's got a pretty big cutting surface. It's what do we think? Mine was 43. This is 53, so it's another 10. So that's 5 either side. So it's alright really, it's not bad. And plus it's a self-propelled one as well. So of course, you just give it a shove and off it goes. It's quite cool actually. Noisy bastard. He's using a high pressure water lance. Oh. Right then, wind her up a bit. Wind it up a bit so we can get some squirt on to get onto the motorway. It's always a sigh of relief to a degree when you get out of places like that and you're on the motorway. You can breathe, you know what I mean? Now if I was on a country lane route, trees, fields and shit like that, I don't mind now, I don't mind at all. I can deal with that all the time. But those kind of places, city streets, town streets, that's when I start getting a bit, you know, because there's a lot of factors there that you have to be aware of, and there's things that can happen that you've got no control over, so you have to be as vigilant and as precautious much taking as you can, because you just don't know, you know what I mean? You just don't know. Anything could happen. But fortunately, it all came out the wash. Nice, wasn't it? Something different. Not been down there before. I don't like this. What the fuck? Behave. It's only 20 past 2. Traffic calming, by the way, right? It should be called traffic creating. I ain't fucking traffic calming. Calms it down to a fucking standstill. That's what it does. Shit. Worst idea ever. 40 miles an hour. Now it says queue caution. It's got that lane closed, which it should be open now, unless obviously there's a vehicle in distress. But the matrix sign above the fucking speed or the lane closure says not. It just says traffic. Right? Queuing traffic. Open the fucking line up then. Oh. All that money pumped into this rubbish. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. Please recharge. I will recharge you later. Okay? Wow. I'm putting my glasses on. Oh. Let me do. I'm on my bike today. I've got my helmet. Back on the bike. Yay! Yeah. How much room do you need? It's around about 11 foot with a lane, you know what I mean? Something like that. Well, I haven't seen any reason as to why this is like this. I know we have got a bunch of traffic, but the reason why we've got a bunch of traffic could be that they've put the matrix signs up saying 40 mile an hour just to take the piss, and everybody slows down at 40 mile an hour and causes a fucking traffic jam. It does make me wonder who's actually monitoring this shit. Is it automatic? Because if it is automatic, it needs to be reprogrammed. It needs a patch of some sort, because the way it's doing this is rubbish. Give it an update. Yeah. Oh, see, this is no good. It's too warm. Anyway, when I went and fetched this mower, right, it was a place called Lee, I think. And the address was in this, well, the back of nowhere. You had to get off at junction 3 of the M54 into the country lanes, then you ended up this single track road, and the single track road went up to a junction. I turned right because that's the way it was taking me to this address, and then I had to turn right again up this other single dirt track, which was the driveway to these little, well, so there were little, these cottages, but there was only like possibly 3 or 4 of them, and they were massive. I mean, the people who lived there, they were definitely worth a few bob. He wasn't there when I was picking them out up from, mind you, it was down the road. But the same equivalent, when I got down there, which was literally, yeah, a few hundred feet to be honest, I pulled into his driveway, and again the property he's got was massive. Very nice. Definitely worth a few bob anyway, that's for sure. Dry, going dry. Oh, we can put a bit of a squirt on. Let's get round this little van, that's if he doesn't speed up. Well, you changed up the gear, you stupid thing. This one is another one of those milk float slow type of trucks that does 51 miles an hour. It's pretty pathetic really, to be fair. Through all the years of doing 56 and 54-ish, and then you're having vehicles slow down to this 51, you tend to not quite gauge the time right when you get into blazes. But hey, end of the day, who am I? You think you're going to get there in X amount of time, and it takes you another fucking 15 minutes on top of that. Sometimes more, depending how far you're going. Well, I'm going to stop in this lane, screw it. It says 40 miles an hour, and I'm doing 40 miles an hour, so it don't make a difference. And besides, the M5 comes in just over there, and I'm in the prime position to be out of the way. Continuing on with the mower, I got the mower home, and as soon as I got it out, I thought, you know what, stuff this, I've got to try it. So I'll give it a couple of tugs with the old pull cord, and off it fires off, and boom, off I went down, because you just give it a push and it takes off. It's great. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remow my lawn. So that's what I did. Got that sorted. And ahed whether I was going to bother trimming the rest of it, but I thought, you know what, now screw it. I've got to get the sack truck from my mum, so I can cart the slabs around to the back garden and clear that off, and do that, and then trim the back and do that and clear the crap off. So it's going to be a bit of a long-winded effort, and I couldn't be arsed. But the main part's all right though. That's pretty much awesome. So that'll do. I've got to go around with one of those edge cutters or slicers, or whatever you call it, on the half moon thing, and the footpath, and I'm going to do that this time round. I've never done that before. I've left it. I just never bothered. But this time I'm going to do it. I've decided. And I'm also going to see if I can sort out the big hole that I've got that's at the top of the garden where my car goes. I'm trying to level that off and hope that it stays level off this time round, because I did do it once and I'd set it all up, put the slabs on. I've probably mentioned it before. And then one of my neighbours was moving in. They had a van, and the van driver went straight over my land, my garden, smashed my slabs to smithereens, and completely wrecked the fucking lot. Because they are ignorant, selfish wankers. Careless, thoughtless arseholes. Simple as that. As a matter of fact, the broken slabs, I felt like throwing them through the fucking window, but sane minds prevailed. Yeah. But I keep hoping that just one day, because as soon as I've got enough money, or I've fall in a bucket of gold, the first thing I'll be doing, mate, is it'll be bricked all the way around. It'll be a big fuck you to all of them who have abused and used it as a fucking dog toilet. I mean, I mowed it yesterday, and 2 lumps of dog shit on it. and they couldn't be bothered to pick it up, the filthy fucking racked off bastards. I fucking hate it. If you're gonna have pets, right, especially dogs, and you have to walk them, they have to go to the toilet, we all know this, but you pick your shit up, right? And I think personally that if you don't, you're one of these scumbags who leaves it, then you ought to be fined £1 million. Fucking jail you. Did you know that dog feces can cause childhood blindness? Right? It's fucking toxic. But hey, you know, whatever. I use it as a fucking bathroom and it does my head in. So, I might sound like I'm being a grumpy old fucker, but I don't care. It's my garden. Well, it's open plan as it is, but it doesn't have to be. I can put a fucking fence around it if I could afford to, and I would. But unfortunately, I can't. I'd have it all done properly and stuff them all. Tough shit they need. It'd stop them wankers from shitting on my garden. I'll tell you if I could catch them though. Oh yes. Pair of fucking marigolds, and I'll go, you can have that back. And if they don't take it off me, I'd say, yeah, if you don't take it now, you'll be fucking wearing it in about 3 seconds. So make your choice up. Wearing a pair of shit gloves. Or pick it up and just chuck it at them. There you go. You can take it down with you, stuck to your back. I don't want it. But unfortunately, I've got an idea who it is that's doing it, but I can't prove it. Because there is a neighbour which is on the side of my house, just away a little bit up, past the back. And they've got dogs. And they're forever letting the fucking things run off out the front. Right, because for the reason is because they don't want to pick the dog shit up. So they let them run off out the front to run around the estate, shitting anywhere they can, so they haven't got the responsibility for it. If I ever catch them doing it, honestly, I'll be shoving it to the letterbox. Fucking scrubbers. Fucking pisses me off, it does. There's no need for it at all. No need at all. If you can't stomach picking up dog shit, don't have a dog. Simple as that. That's the answer. You know what I mean? Why is my truck slowing down? What's going on with this fucking poxy bag of shit? Come on, you fucker. Go forward. You're nothing but a slow ass bag of shit. You're boring the fucking tits off me. I wish you would go faster, but unfortunately you can't. Because the powers of be believe it's better. They think it's much more economical, even though there's no proof behind these. All it does is waste your drive time. Instead of it taking about an hour, it takes an hour and 15 minutes. Multiply that through your day, and you will find that you're out for night to stay. It's true. Oh dear. I could do with moving now, really good, no? I thought about it, but Yeah. I suppose it's a thought that counts, isn't it, when you think about it? Yeah. Is this Junction 10? What is going on here? It's like wading through fucking mud, isn't it? Why is it blocked up? What's going on? Has somebody had a boo-boo again? Oh, put a plaster on it and fucking hurry up and get out of the way. Come on, dude. Fucking hell, man. I've never known anything like it. I feel like I'm back in the Birmingham streets again, the way this is performing. Ooh, ow, ow, ooh. Ah. There's bound to be something interesting at the end of this. There must be. For everybody to be slowing down, gawping. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's nice. It ain't like there's a UFO landed. But then again, you never know. I was watching a video this morning for about a minute. There's a guy in a car driving down the street. It was in, I think it's in America. And I think, not 100%, it wasn't in this country, let's put it that way. And you could see this big arch in the sky, right? And it was like a reddish colour in like, basically it looked like a planet. But it wasn't, obviously, it's not. But it went across, and I think it's Nibiru or Nurubru or whatever the fuck it's called, that Planet X. And I'm like, it's a fucking cloud. That's all it is, it's just a cloud. And they start going about some sort of end of days crap, and I'm like, oh, that's it, I've done. Enough now. You're talking stupid. I was watching the old security, and apparently there's this guy who was a scrap dealer had come to collect some 1960s computers, these big DAT tape version. They have the big reels of tape on them. They're called DAT tape, I'm sure they are. Data tape. And there's two of them. They were from NASA, and he got shitloads of these reels in the basement of this place because the engineer apparently had passed away. So this scrap guy come down. Now, as Tyler goes on about what this guy did, he went, oh, and he phones up NASA and whatever, blah, and tell. I mean, who in the right mind would do such a thing? If you come across something like that, you was asked to remove it as a scrappy bloke, right? And you've seen that, there's no way that I, if it was me, would have gone, oh, NASA, do you want to come and pick this lot up? Fuck that, mate. It'd have been stuffed in boxes, right? And it would have been put away in a nice hole somewhere. The computer's taken away as well, right? And I'd have found some way of dragging all that info off. There's not a chance I'd have told anybody about it. I'd have gone with it, gone, out the door, see ya. Fucking too right, mate, too fucking right. Absolutely. Why? I mean, according to what he was saying, he says that they had said that they don't want the computers, but quite sharpishly they came and fetched all these data reels, and I wonder why. But it could have been mundane, boring shit on them, but we'll never know. And the fucking opportunity was right there, dangling in front of you. Oh, I tell you what, we have some fucking stupid people about in this world, don't we? Right, I'm going to put it out there right now. If you stumble across something, right, that looks seriously fucking dodgy, that could potentially have a bunch of information on it, get the information first, have a look at it, nose around it, poke, take pictures, do whatever you can. You know what I mean? Then let them know you found it. Don't do it until you have. Oh, I'd be terrible, I would. Absolutely. Come across something like that, I wouldn't give a shit if it's top secret or not. Whether it be lost missions to the moon or something, I don't care. I'd have been fucking finding any which way possible to get that data off. You know, historical shit as well as, like, you know, aye. So you have put a base on the moon then, have you? Or you have got a base on Mars. People do go up there frequently, do they? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? You just don't know. So all these spaceships flying around the skies aren't aliens, it is us. But we haven't got the technology to, well, we ain't going to give you the technology yet. I don't know, I'm just making shit up at the moment. Unbelievable. You see, with that kind of scenario, if this engineer was allowed to take them home in the first place, they obviously wasn't that important. They couldn't have been. Because that's what would go through my mind straight away. Right? Is that they could not have been that important. Or else why on earth would he have taken them home unless he'd stolen them? Right? But if that's the case, who cares as well? You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. I don't know. You know, I feel like I'm doing about 30 miles an hour. It's fucking slow as shit, this is. My sat nav's died, so I don't know how fast I'm going. But fuck, it's slow. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it's only doing 50 miles an hour, because it's literally on 1200, I think. Yeah, 1200. Not 12 and a half, it's on 1200, so I think it's doing about 50 miles an hour, this stupid thing is. It's fucking well slow. Pathetic. There we go. And before I forget, I know I did start mentioning, but obviously my brain went fart because I was going the wrong way. When I said, you know, on the Friday I took somebody out with me. He was sitting, I was in the passenger chair. I shouldn't really say this, like, but he admitted it himself, I suppose, so there is that. But he certainly, in the driver, wasn't very good at all. And I urged him to book himself some lessons as refresher, because even though he got the entitlement, he hadn't used it. And he passed his test in a place where, if I understand what he says, I took my C class and there was one island in the town I lived, or I took it, or whatever I think he was on about, but you couldn't go nowhere near that place. It was out of bounds, if you like, in a sense. So he couldn't do it. And I shouldn't be going this way, should I? No. Why is that? Because you want to be going over there, do you? Yeah. Well, what are you doing this for? Autopilot. So after several curbs he climbed, going around corners and islands, pulling out on people, like, you know, I mean, I just thought, you know what? No. And the last part of the journey, yeah, was looking at the river zone. Anyway, and he just started to do this. He was drifting up against the curb. I'm like, where are you going? Get out of the manhole. What are you doing in there for? What are you doing? Get out. And I had to keep on telling him to move over. I mean, yeah, I know, obviously you've got to be, you know, to a point, but you don't ride the bloody curb, you know what I mean? You can get rather uncomfortable doing that, especially when you're in the passenger chair anyway. But, hey ho. I understand the difficulties, because when you drive a HGV but you drive on the right because you are a left-hand drive, right, you're used to that way of, that format and that way of doing things, because the rule of thumb is this: drive on the left, give way to the right; drive on the right, give way to the left, unless otherwise stated. But that's normally the rule of thumb, right? It's not difficult. But you drive on the left, you give way to the right. You drive on the right, you give way to the left. Easy. Not difficult. But when we approach an island like this, and instead of paying attention to his right, he's looking left. He'd only quickly glance, but that's what we would do. We'd quickly glance there, but we would more concentrating on what's coming there. And he did that, and you know, but it was the opposite way around. Didn't rate him at all. Sorry, but I just didn't. But hey, who am I? His English wasn't brilliant. It was okay to have a conversation, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah? But for me to relay instruction or to give him quick ideas of, hang on, stop, don't do that, and he's not fucking listening to you because he's too busy trying to translate what you're saying, and that's too long. It's like, I speak, he thinks about it, then responds. What we need is, I speak, he responds, or she. You know what I mean? But I suppose that's a fucking, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Is that too much to ask? I know. But hey, so what? I told them exactly what the situation was with it, and they explained, and I told him that, well, told them that he was a sales rep for over 8 years, if not longer. And he only come over to the UK to drive because his friend is a driver over here, and he knew that he'd got an entitlement. He says, right, come over here, get a job. Yeah, okay. Come over here and get a job. As far as I know, he hasn't got anywhere to live. He's living in one of the trucks. Whether it be temporary or not, I don't know, but surely there's got to be something about that. That can't be right. Don't know. For me personally, I would not let him loose on a truck on his own. No. Sorry, but no. Might seem a bit harsh, but my first priority is to the people, and the people around, obviously, other people out there, and the vehicle itself. So There's no way that I would say that you was any good if you're no good. It isn't worth it. Safety is the first and foremost thing you think about. Is the guy a competent driver? No. He can't even go forward, let alone fucking reverse. Reversing was complete shambles. That was just rubbish altogether. That's another thing. He didn't even. He said he never reversed on his test. I'm like, where the fuck? That ain't passing your test, then, is it? That's just being fucking given a license for the sake of having a fucking license. It's frustrating. Because when you look at it from our point of view, all the rigmarole that we go through, I know that somebody mentioned that I says that class 2 was £3 grand. No, it's not. It's the whole thing. You obviously misunderstood me. I meant the whole kit and caboodle, two and one together. But it can cost more if you fail. Anyway, regardless, we pay all that. We go through all that, only to you know, have somebody come over here who's not gone through any of that crap, and their driving ability is non-existent. It's not fair, I don't think anyway, but I don't know. Sue me. So you take lessons and stuff so that you can be trained how to use and operate the vehicle. Obvious, isn't it? That's what it's for. That's why you have a week. 8 hours a day for a week. At least it was 8 hours a day when I did it. I think it was it a week or was it a fortnight? I can never get that right, I'm not sure. You'll have to tell me. But anyway, but it's 8 hours for a solid day of driving to get used to the idea of the distances, the length of it, how it manoeuvres, the width of it, your limitations of what you can and can't do because you're a novice. But after that week of 8 hours a day, then you should be competent enough to take your test and pass, hopefully. Unless you're like me and you get a bit nervous, because I don't test very well. I tend to choke when I come to testing. But hey, I know I can do it. But when I'm being fucking, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe when somebody sits next to me, they feel intimidated. I don't know why. I'm not an examiner. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just here to see how good you are. If you are reasonably good at driving these things and you've got the fucking brain in your head to look after it and be aware of all the dangers and not drive over curbs and take fucking railings down and run people over or hit bridges and shit like that, you know what I mean? I don't care if you go the wrong way, I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? As long as you do it safely. What? Doopy-doo, doopy-doo-be-doo-be-doo. Oh, here comes another one. Come on, dude, it'll be easy for you to get round. Unless you're parking. La 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 la. If I had my way, mate, it'll all be dug back. Another 11 to 12 feet back. So people can park down there and it won't block the road off. Ow! Pain! Pain! I need my number. I need my number. Wake up. Right. What's the number I got? 6018. And 58. We can have 58. Take the handbrake off, Jay. Stop being stupid. I was in Volvo mode, which is quite a pain in the arse actually, because when you're used to just going and then pulling away, you forget that you haven't got the auto handbrake. It's a fucking manual one. It's like, oh, fuck. Good invention that is. $58. I'm looking for 58. There's another thing. We come out of here twice, and the first time I thought that's fine because we went over the bump with the unit, but it completely forgot about the 3 axles on the back of the trailer. I went, slow down. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. But he also did it on the second attempt as well. I'm like, really? Really? Ooh. I think it was it 58, 56? Do you know, I can't fucking remember now. I can't remember. I'm too tired to think. Too hot. Just gonna have a drive around here and find out. It's either 58 or 56. The 58 has got somebody in it. With 50, 58? 58? There you are, there's 58, look. There you go. Might have been a bit of a struggle, but you did it in the end. Saving waiting for me, isn't it? You know what I mean? Oh, I can go now. Right, I'm gonna go. I am. I'm done, I've had enough. I'm tired and I've got to get all this shit sorted out, so I'll speak to you a lot later. Have a good one and all the rest of it. See you later then. Go on. Ta-da. Go on then. Off you pop. Pop, poppity poppins. Ha ha.